Good evening. Welcome to the Thursday evening liturgy. We are live on both YouTube and on Instagram. The chalice is lit in honor of God, who created the world, Jesus, who redeemed the world, and the Spirit, who is our constant companion and guide. God, we praise you as we pray our way through Psalm 36, verses 6 to 13. Lord, your mercy reaches to heaven, your fidelity to the clouds. Your justice is like the highest mountains, your judgments like the mighty deep. How precious is your mercy, O God! The children of Adam take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the rich food of your house. From the delightful stream you give them drink. For with you is the fountain of life, and in your light we see light. Show mercy on those who you know, your just defense to the upright heart. Do not let the foot of the proud overtake me, nor the hand of the wicked disturb me. There make the evildoers fall. Thrust them down, unable to rise. God, we brought you our praises. And now, after bringing you our praises in the psalm that we read, we share with you the concerns we have in prayer. This evening, our prayers focus mainly on prayers regarding international concerns and social justice. We are, however, starting our prayers with prayers for people who have serious health concerns. A person who has had heart surgery. Two people, a mother and a father, who both have cancer. A person with prostate cancer. An individual who has more than one form of cancer. A young person with cancer, a child. For two people who have cancer, we know virtually nothing about them. For a person with lung cancer, welcome to those who are joining live on both YouTube and on Instagram. You are welcome to jot in prayer requests if you have prayer requests you'd like me to remember as we go. Praying for two people who have rare forms of cancer. For two British royals who have cancer, King Charles and Princess Kate Middleton. For a person in their 20s who has an aggressive form of cancer and is receiving fairly aggressive treatments for that cancer. Continuing with our prayers, praying for those who are protesting in Russia and Iran, in countries where protesting is dangerous. We pray for peace protesters across North America who are protesting the war between Hamas and Israel. We pray that the police will not be heavy-handed, that the police will mete out justice as it needs to be done without being heavy-handed or violent. We are praying as well for the end to conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan, between Russia and Ukraine, between Israel and Hamas, in a prayer that has touched the lives of probably every single person living in Gaza. We pray that food supplies, medicine, and needed medical equipment will be able to make it across the border and into Gaza. Pray for peace in Sudan. We pray for Afghanistan, that the government there will recognize the rights of minority groups, including women and children. Praying for an Anglican parish in Ontario that burned. The fire was quite serious, destroying very valuable items, artwork that is probably completely irreplaceable. We pray for the people in the community, both the church community and the physical community where the building is located, who've looked at that building as a place of comfort, a place of hope, a place where there's art and music taking place. Praying for a person who lost their job, for all people who've lost their jobs, for an individual who came out to parents and was rejected, and for all people in those situations. Praying for William Barber II, for his life and his ministry, and for the Poor People's Campaign that he works with, that it will make a big difference for poor and impoverished Americans from coast to coast. Praying for an end to Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, misogyny, racism, tribalism, homophobia, transphobia, and religious hate. Praying for reduction in political tensions and divisions, that political officials will do what is right for the country and not just what is right for them or their party. We pray as well for Indigenous peoples across North America, for those Indigenous people who've lost loved ones, who've disappeared, and perhaps have not been seen literally in years. We also pray for those who went to residential schools and bear scars that have harmed them, their children, and their grandchildren. Concluding our time of prayer with a moment of silence and then Jesus' prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. We lit the candle today as a sign of honor to the Creator God, to Jesus, the Redeemer, and to the Spirit, our companion and guide. We now extinguish that candle, knowing that the honor that God has in our lives, the honor that Jesus has in our lives, and the honor the Spirit has in our lives is deep within our heart and cannot be extinguished. Good night.